Well, welcome back to day 7 of the Australasia Live Plane Spotting Tour here back in New Zealand in Christchurch. My first live stream down here in the South Island, and what an awesome show we have coming up for you. Great weather apart from the wind. We've got barely any clouds in the sky, looking really nice. So we've got an aircraft coming in on final. It's a Q300. It's flight NZ5847 from Nelson. And then the ATR 72 prepared to depart right behind it. Pretty nice touchdown all the way down the end of the runway there. Zulu Kilo, November Echo Romeo, the registration of this Dash 8. So we'll hang a right here and taxi over to the regional terminal in Christchurch. Set up for capturing some awesome departures, including the highlight Emirates Airbus A380 departure, which I arrived on only about an hour and a half ago. Took a while to decide where I was going to stream, and then eventually made the hike all the way down the end of the runway here. So ATR 72 now on the runway. This is New Zealand 5626, or 626 Mike, off to Hamilton. Mike Victor Mike, the registration of this ATR. I think I've flown on this one twice before. One of the reviews is up on my channel as well, if you guys want to check that out. From Nelson to Auckland. Here we go. Those frozen propellers. Right off into the sun there. So as you can see, had an A320 pushback, and what looks to be another ATR 72 just coming in on final approach now as well. Awesome. Alright, just promoting the stream on Instagram there. Okay, in the chat now. Oh no, I won't. I'm going to pan around and watch this ATR come in. Where are we? There. Coming in from Rotorua, back up basically where I live. ATR 72-600, Zulu Kilo, Mike Victor Quebec. Just touching down the heat haze down the end. Christchurch, almost warranting the heat haze. It's only 17 degrees, but it's real nice in the sun. I think we got 16 degrees in Melbourne, but it was so freezing. I actually walked over here without a jumper on. So here we are, another one for the regional terminal here in Christchurch. Day 7 of 8 of the Australasia Live Plane Spotting Tour. Airport 5 of 6. Very excited to to wrap up the tour. So A320 there, it's got the wingtip fences as opposed to the sharklets which are commonly found on the Air New Zealand 320s. Ali, good afternoon, welcome back. Great to have you back in the chat. Channel for Life, hello, welcome back as well. No, I didn't make any promises, but I think we've got enough mods at the moment, but I'll consider it later on once the channel keeps growing. Michael, also back in the chat. Thank you for all your support throughout the tour. Not a member, but we'll try to be. But all the very best. My Anzac friend coming in from Aussie there. Aviation fan. I'm excited when Harry live streams. It's always very exciting. Getting out and about. Another new airport for the tour. Another new airport for me when it comes to live streaming. I have plane spotted here before, but not live streaming. Just got two Air New Zealand 321 Neos here. I believe these are both domestically configured aircraft. My guess is OYA and OYC, the registrations, but not too sure. Actually, can I see what's painted on the front? That says, oh, that's OYD, and this one just over here, OYC. So, not sure where OYA is. Might be in Auckland. But yeah, Oscar Yankee Charlie, Oscar Yankee Delta, to Air New Zealand A321 Neos suffering from their engine problems and the engine shortages. As their engines have been put on the international Neo fleet to try and keep them up and running. Melbourne Flights Aviation, hi Harry, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you tuning in to Across the Ditch here. Johnny Big Mac, hi Harry, great to see you last night in Sydney on Sid Squad. It was real great to meet Kurt and the others up there, Charlie as well. Yeah, so here we go, Air New Zealand Airbus A380. New Zealand 653 off to Queenstown. Oscar Juliet Romeo, the registration of this Airbus A320-200. Oh yeah, that's some nice sound coming out of the IAE V2500 engines on the 320CO of Air New Zealand. Of course, the other option being the CFMs. So they'll be taking the hour-odd flight down to Christchurch. Hang on, let me just see if my camera will... oh yeah, it will. See if I can pick up that plane as it banks around. Yeah. Nice. Just caught a glimpse of it in some really nice lighting as it sharply banked to the left, but the sun's behind it now. That's right, we'll catch another departure there and another arrival coming in. Pretty good flow of action here in Christchurch so far. New Zealand 351 Mike coming in from Wellington, where I'll be tomorrow, finishing off the tour up there. Jessica Nixon, thank you very much for your help last night with getting me up the car park on Sid Squad. Welcome to the stream. Blue Universe also back in the chat. Welcome back. How long's your Wellington stream going to be tomorrow? Well, I get in at 7:30 and I leave at 4 o'clock. I believe the times that I've scheduled are up on the stream in the description. So if you go to my channel, find tomorrow's stream already scheduled. In the description, it's got the times there. I've forgotten actually how long I'm going to be out. Probably from 8:30 until probably 2:30, something like that. 2:30. So a pretty long stream coming your way from Wellington tomorrow. So here's our flight from Wellington, just coming in, hanging a right. Vinny, hope you enjoyed your A380 trip, bro. Saw you arrive on QA555 on Sid Squad. Welcome back to New Zealand. Thank you very much. Yeah, pretty cool having my arrival on Sid Squad and then flashing the light at them from my seat as well. Zooming in on me. Awesome trip on the A380 though. Great views coming in. Could see Mount Cook. Of course, for those who don't know, it's New Zealand's tallest mountain. Yeah, there you go. Yep, was shining the light, flashing it at them from the window of the A330-200. Quite a cool flight on that. Most turbulent flight I've ever been on. Got served my meal at the top of descent and had some of my drink spill. So that's how bad it was. Seki, afternoon, Harry. Bit warmer than Melbourne, just slightly. Only 1 degree, but it feels a lot warmer with that lovely sun on me. Beautiful clear day here in Christchurch. What's going on? It's the curse might be broken. Touch wood, if there was any wood around me. Damn it. No. Oh well, there's going to be rain later on then. I jinxed it. Tracy also back. Hi Harry and everyone. Hope you had a lovely flight back home to New Zealand. Thank you for coming to Australia, especially my hometown Melbourne. It was a pleasure, absolute pleasure. And I saw Carlton won the AFL, not AFL. Is it AFL? Yeah, I think it is. Won their game. It was having a look at the score this morning. Aviation fan, can you stream at Queenstown? I'll be having a look at doing a Queenstown stream eventually. See how we go. It's actually really expensive, I'm sure you know, to get to Queenstown. But I will see. A dude is cool, also back in the chat. Hello, welcome. Bailey BF also, good afternoon guys. Thank you for tuning in here. Bat is about also. Hi everyone, welcome. Captain Josh, do you know that ZKOYE is being tested flights? Yes, that's that can't be too far away now from being delivered. See that on Aviation Aotearoa, the Facebook group. Just gone 3 PM here in Christchurch. It's lovely weather out here at the moment. Brain Sturgeon back in the chat as well. Welcome back. Good evening from Philadelphia. Michael, more likes for Harry. Let's grow his channel as he's much deserving. Top young fellow. Thank you very much. Really enjoying my time jetting around all over Australia and New Zealand, bringing you guys a insane amount of live plane spotting coverage. We're doing streams every day. I think we had 3 streams in Sydney on Wednesday, so going all day there. So yeah, your likes and subscriptions, both of which are free to give, very much appreciated. JCG, sorry. Hello Harry and team, warm greetings from Sao Paulo in Brazil. Welcome. Great to have you here. Seki, stupidly good zoom, mate. Yeah, it's insane. That's why I came actually down here. The other option was to go over there, about middle of the screen. There's a little mound on this side of the road, but you can't quite see the whole runway from there. Would be in the right sort of spot for some nice light, but I'd prefer to see the whole runway. Plus should be able to get a lovely sunset here later on this evening. And Toby also tuning in. Hello, welcome. And Shadow Chaser, hey again everyone. Missed all the Aussie streams. Where do you go after you finish in Wellington? Well, after Wellington, I'm heading back home to Tauranga on the 3:55 flight. Getting in just before golden hour, so should be good. Yeah, Michael, home Tauranga up in the North Island there. Oh shoot, the wind's starting to blow my microphone tripod over. Just managing to stay there because the cable was pulling it up. Let me try and fix that. Just get that a bit closer to the ground might help a little bit. But no, yeah, definitely looking forward to going home, getting out. Don't know what I'm gonna do with my days. I'm gonna wake up and all I'm gonna think about is wishing I was back doing some live streaming. Oh, Jessica, no, it must have. I would have put it in there. Let me have a quick look. See when I'm finishing up tomorrow. The last stream on the tour. Yeah, so I'm finishing up at 5 to 3. Well, that might be cutting it too close. Yeah, no, that's cutting it way too close. So I'm going to finish about 2 o'clock. Let me change that. There we are. There we are, it's in there now. Going to finish at 1:55 after starting at 8:30 in the morning. So pretty decent bit of action coming your way today and tomorrow. Let's have a look at what's coming in now. We've got a Sounds Air Pilatus PC12 coming in from Wanaka. How did I miss that? I actually, when I looked on the radar, I looked out and I saw the lights of the Q300 coming in. And I thought that was the PC12. Missed the touchdown, but that's all right. Need to come to Melbourne, your lovely weather. Spring, excellent. Well, spring's usually known for its unpredictability. Might be an absolute scorcher, it might be pouring down with rain. No, my luck, it'll be the latter. So there we are, a little PC12 operated by Sounds Air, taxiing into the regional terminal. Papa Lima Zulu, the registration. Oh yes, Blue Thunder saying 1:37. The Qantas delayed until 6 p.m. arrival tonight. Probably have the DHL freighter arrives shortly after as well. What's that? That'll be a Qantas 73, is it? The 1:37? Must be. Dash 8 coming in as well. And Dominic! Hey Harry, man, what a trip. Hopefully see you back in Tauranga sometime. Yeah, absolutely. He spotted me out at the airport testing my gear the other day. Before, it must have been the Thursday, I think, before. So last Thursday, he caught me out setting up, testing my gear. Yeah. Dash 8 coming in. This one also in from Nelson. We had another one arrived from Nelson not too long ago. New Zealand 865 Lima. The registration, Zulu Kilo November Echo Papa. There we are. Also about to hang a right here. Well, in the league, got to support the Warriors. Absolutely no clue about AFL or anything like that. I actually watched a game the other day, and I was just thinking, what a strange sport. Like, why do the refs have to throw it backwards over their heads? It's so funny to watch. Tony, hi Harry, great Aussie streams. Now my first stream from New Zealand. Oh, you've got to get tuned into Kevin. Wellington flights live every Sunday. Mind you, is he out there at the moment? Wellington flights live. He might be live at the moment. Here we are, ATR 72. Not currently showing on the radar. Awesome. what's that runway? 02, I think. It's 02, I think. I'm pretty sure it is. That is 366 Mike, New Zealand 366 Mike, off to Wellington. Mike Victor uniform, the registration. And another Air New Zealand Airbus A380. Pushed back, going to be starting up and beginning its taxi to runway 02 off to Auckland. Yeah, so Kevin's actually live at the moment. Wellington flight's live. Yeah, Seki's got that in. Quite a trek down here. Lucky I've brought my little off-road dune buggy. Spin it around here. It didn't sign up for this, and it hates me now. Did not sign up for any of the abuse that it got off-roading all the way here. And I'm not going to tell you how many times my bags fell off. But yeah, there you go. Or how many times the wheels got stuck in a hole, which in turn my bags then fell off. That's right, everything seems to be working camera gear wise, so hasn't had much of an effect. It is cool, not much action here, not at the moment. Pretty quiet airport compared to the madness over at Sydney as well. Michael saying his flight out of Queenstown was fun, as said the captain. Turbulent air between the mountains. Yeah, always an interesting one to fly in and out of is Queenstown. Michael, mate, top job streaming, doing camera, commentary, the whole stream. It's yeah, just a one-man show, but having a great time out here doing it. Not too difficult when it's when it's not terribly busy in the chat. But no, it's great fun. G'day, welcome to the stream. Shadow Chaser saying Auckland's a hotspot right now. Lots coming in and out. Unlucky, I'm nowhere near there. Yeah, that's alright. Should have gone back via Auckland, although it was a great spot to kick off the tour. Oh, awesome! Get was the XZJ the registration of that Airbus not Airbus, the Boeing 737 from QANTAS. Let's just have a look there. Oh, yep. Scheduled to arrive now, but only just taxiing out of Sydney. So that's real unfortunate for us. When did you say I was going to arrive? Just scroll back up the chat. 6 PM, yeah, that's unfortunate. So probably just after dark. Tony saying the props aren't turning. No, it's a bit strange, isn't it? I think the dash the dash 8s, the Q400s over in Aussie also had the same thing. So yeah, that ATR departing just there. 5366 to Wellington. Michael saying come to Melbourne in the AFL season, take you to a game, educate me. It's called a throw-in, like a line out. Players run about 17 kilometers in a game. I need education. I might. So I'll gladly take you up on the offer next time I'm over. Be awesome, yeah. So got an A320 departing here, and another one coming in. Actually, I could probably just about zoom in on it. Over here somewhere. There it is. Way off in the distance. But this A320 is going to get out first. Let's pull up some details on Flight Radar. Also, Princess Walt tuning in from LAX. Great to have you here. This aircraft, New Zealand 554, Airbus A320-200, off to Auckland. Zulu Kilo, Oscar X-Ray Hotel. As there's another one coming in on final there. You can just see it up the top of your screen. Let's listen to this awesome takeoff here. Alright, let's pan around and get this landing here. My guess is that this one's from Auckland. Another A320-200. Yes, coming in from Auckland, 547. Yeah, the flight number. Oscar X-Ray Delta is the registration of this one. Tony, our good friend from San Francisco. Good afternoon, Harry and Christchurch. Nice to see the sun is out, and yeah, nice way to welcome me back home. Oh yeah. Spoilers up there, as you can see. Looks like it's barely moving. So a quick stop there from the Air New Zealand Airbus A320-200. There you go, as you can see down the bottom on the traffic widget, thanks to our friends at Radar Box. Tony saying, I like the quiet airports, get a much better close-up of them. Great job, Harry. Thank you very much. It's, yeah, I personally prefer the busy airports, but that's because I'm from a quieter airport, and vice versa with you. But it's good to get real close-up with the action, because anything arriving real long on the runway, like my A380 flight, comes and vacates right in front of us here. This is the threshold of runway 20, and also any heavy departures will come along right in front of us. Would be great to see the A380 come along here, but with the current wind blowing pretty much straight from the north, we'll get it taking off towards us. Vinnie Banks, what's your favourite airport, Harry? On the tour, I'd have to say Sydney. I'm sure you heard me talk about that with Kurt. It's great for plane spotting, and to be honest, favourite airport for flying would almost have to be Brisbane, because of they're the only airport that hasn't pulled me up on my batteries, because every single time I go through security with these power banks in my carry-on, I always get pulled aside. They get pushed, and then you gotta unpack your bags, and they ask you, oh yeah, and then they check how much the watt hours are, and then it's all fine. So Brisbane Airport's the only one that didn't do that, so that would have to be my favourite for flying out of. Sam, watched me on Sid Squad last night in Sydney. Hope you had a great flight back. Had a wonderful flight back on the A380, just parked over here. See it depart later on in the stream, and some lovely light I'm expecting. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. DFW Plane Spotters, yeah, not really a busy airport. It's actually quite relaxing compared to what I've had previously on the tour. Shadow Chaser unfortunately can't see the stream tomorrow due to a thing called work, but the stream is perfect. Thank you very much, and yeah, have to make the most of it this afternoon as we head past sunset here in Christchurch. So this one's Oscar Yankee Charlie, the A321 Neo parked up, and then just next to it Oscar Yankee Delta parked up at the New Zealand maintenance just here in Christchurch. Now, on the Antarctic apron there is a C-17 from the United States Air Force. Now I'm wondering if anyone knows whether that will be heading out later on, because it did look like it might be doing a flight, might be getting ready. So if anyone has any information on that one, do let me know. Also on the field, two of the C-130s. There's one of them, and the other one just parked behind the New Zealand post. Oh no, actually, there we are, there's the other one. So 3 United States Air Force aircraft here in Christchurch. ATR 72 taxiing out. And we also got another arrival coming in up here somewhere there. Jetstar Airbus A380, which is actually going to get in before the ATR departs. So our first Jetstar movement of the stream. Most likely on a domestic hop. Let's have a look. Yes, Jetstar flight 233. coming in from Auckland, Victor Hotel, Victor Foxtrot Papa. I think quite a regular for domestic in New Zealand. Actually, the ATR is going to jump out in front of the Jetstar flight off to Dunedin, New Zealand 755 Mike. Zulu Kilo, Mike Zulu Echo. So the second newest ATR for New Zealand, delivered. I'm not too sure when it was delivered, but quite recently. So hopefully I'll be able to watch that one do a nice left-hand bank after the A320 arrives. Looking forward to this arrival from Auckland. Nicely done. ATR still heading out straight at the moment. This hasn't made a turn. When it does, I'll be sure to pan around. Hopefully it does a left-hand bank. It's almost looking like it might do it right. So A320 now going to be taxiing in to the Jetstar gates. There we are. If I can find it, which I might not. No, can't find it. So it's already banked now. Slightly higher than I thought. So there it is, off to Dunedin. Just banking around once more. As it departs off to potentially even colder weather. Sorry about the camera work. Fully zoomed in, 3,000 millimeters. And looks like we've got a Dash 8 also coming out to play here in Christchurch on day 7 of 8 of the Australasia Live Plane Spotting Tour. Free to watch here on YouTube. Oh, I'm going to chuck an extra layer on. That wind is freezing. So give me 2 seconds. I'll be back before the Dash 8 departs. Okay, there we go. Hard to think that I was actually walking in just a shirt before. Here's a Q300, our first Dash 8 departure, off to New Plymouth. Quite a short runway there in New Plymouth, so plenty of heavy braking needed there. New Zealand 764 Lima, getting off of runway 02 here at Christchurch. Oh, got the shadow coming right over top there. It'll head pretty much straight out for its flight to New Plymouth. Yeah, the little left-hand bank that all the departures out of Christchurch do, I think. Nice to be back looking at the New Zealand Dash 8s. Now, we did have a Qantas 737 land not too long ago, but I have absolutely no idea where it's parked. Oh, hang on. Let's bump that down. There. There's our 380, the one that I flew in on not too long ago now, and the ATC tower. So I assume the Qantas 737 taxied round slightly left of it, just behind the buildings there. Ooh, gonna zip that up. Nice. Alright. Pastor tuning in from Brazil, South America. Yet another Brazilian watcher. Great to have you here. Welcome to New Zealand. Yeah, Tony's saying it's starting to warm up in California. Very lucky there. Oh, yep. Kevin's just Kevin's just finishing up, or has just finished up. So he might tune in a bit later on. A nice supporter of the channel. We did a collaboration day, a live streaming up in Auckland last year in November. The live streams on both of our channels back when I had basically no gear, and oh how it's grown since. Andy, good afternoon from Invercargill. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully it's not too much colder down there, down the bottom of the South Island. Tony, didn't realise New Zealand had both Dash 8s and ATRs. Yeah, it's actually quite interesting. So I'm not too sure why they haven't retired the Dashes and got ATR 42s. Perhaps something to do with reliability and and runway performance. Perhaps the ATR-42 struggled to get into airports like Hokitika and Whangarei. Shadow Chaser. How do I send money donation through here? Can't find any option. No, there's not any option. There might be tomorrow if YouTube verifies my watch hours. I've had enough watch hours to enable monetization since Tuesday or Wednesday, but they're taking a very long time. So the tour's actually going to be finished before I start making money. But that's alright. I'm not in it for the money. In it for the joy. And I do appreciate the support and the thought. Timaru Aviation Spotters Group. Hello, welcome to slightly north of you here in Christchurch for a nice afternoon of streaming, finishing up the Australasia Live Plane Spotting Tour. Alright, sounds there, Pilatus PC12 off of runway 02 here in Christchurch. Very early rotation, pulling up the gears. Off to Wanaka. There, it'll make a left-hand bank here, and we'll watch it make its way departing further south. Using all 3000 millimeters of zoom on my camera to track this one. Alright. Got a jet stream up overhead. Just there. Let me pull up some details on this flight. This is New Zealand Flight 660 from Dunedin off to Auckland. Zulu Kilo Oscar Oscar X-ray Mike, sorry. The Air New Zealand Airbus A380. This is one of the good things about Christchurch. You quite often see these coming overhead. Real cool to look at. Unless you're a unless you believe in, what is it, chemtrails. It should be just making a left-hand bank, slight left-hand bank. Heading slightly more towards Auckland. Cruising at, what's that, 37,000 feet there. Way up. watching that. It's actually quite cool to watch. The vapor from the hot air mixing with the cold air just dispersing behind the engines. What's this? This is a King Air 200 flying doctor service. So high up, my handle gets caught in the tripod when I try to bank around. Jet stream spotting is definitely one of the perks of having this camera. Aviation fan, bye, tuning out. Thank you for tuning in today. And A320 to Auckland from Dunedin, just getting ever further away from us. Real awesome. Stealth FX, yes, it is live from New Zealand here. And 100 coming up. Let's go for 200. Good on you, Harry. Yeah, 200 can be the like goal for this stream, so be sure you hit that like button. It's free to do so. Your support's very much appreciated as always. Where are we looking now? Got a helicopter overhead the field. Just up here. Can't quite find it on the camera. There it is. Rescue chopper there. Yeah, well, what are they? Kawasaki helicopters, I think. Ooh. Yeah. And airport security giving us a wave as they drive past as well. Friendly folk here at Christchurch. Stealth FX watching from London, UK. Awesome, thank you for tuning in. No horns going mad in the car parks. No, we've come down a blocked off road. If I pan around here, is the BP, and so the road's blocked off down the end there. So no cars really in sight, which is awesome. But bit sad for the guy who's known as the car park spotter. Our Qantas Boeing 737 is starting to just ping from the international terminal. Yes, it's parked just to the left side of the Emirates Airbus A380, which I arrived on about 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago, 3 hours ago from Sydney. So Qantas flight 134. So yeah, it's going to go a bit quiet. Bit quiet soon. Next arrival is 4:20, but then it's going to get pretty busy from there, from about 4:20 p.m. here at Christchurch. Our Qantas 73 going to be departing quite soon. Be pushing back from the international terminal, and it'll taxi out down the end before coming and departing right towards us. Real awesome to see. Michael's saying it's a bit like an Aussie big country airport. Refreshing. Yeah, I suppose it is a little bit. Be a bit like I don't know what to compare it to. Almost like Adelaide, but a bit less busy than Adelaide. Not too many jets. Perhaps something like, I don't know, Toowoomba if it had more jets, and the A380 of course. Though as Ada was saying yesterday, they also get a weekly 747 in the middle of nowhere. Jonathan, hi Harry and all, good to be with you. Thanks for tuning in once again. And Julia Flight's also watching. Great to see you guys streaming this morning. Early start. Fortunately, I had to duck off and catch my flight. Quite strange how they charge you for Wi-Fi in business class on the Emirates. But I think if you're a Skywards customer, you get it for free. But I couldn't sign up to it because I'm not 18. For some reason, you have to be 18. But no, that's all right. Thank you for watching. Has Concorde ever landed in New Zealand? I remember it's got an E on the end. Where I like the French spelling, not the British spelling. Yes, it has. On its little world tour, it landed in Auckland and right here in Christchurch as well, before ducking off to Aussie. I think it flew Christchurch to Sydney, and it had an issue with, I think, its landing gear on departure from Christchurch here, if I recall correctly. So yeah, it has definitely visited New Zealand before. And Dean also tuning in. G'day, welcome over to New Zealand. It's a little chilly, bit colder than up in Brisbane there, but thank you for tuning in. Tony, got to leave the stream soon. Shopping time, be back later. Oh well, yeah, definitely tune back in later. I think we've got half an hour till our next arrival, but it's going to really ramp up from there. We've got our Qantas Boeing 737-800 just pushed back from the international terminal. This one off to Brisbane. So we'll watch that one taxi out and depart. Looking forward to it. I did just see the tail before, but now it's gone. The old Air New Zealand writing on the hangar there. It's of course from the livery that I much prefer to the current, when they had the Pacific Wave, when that sign would have gone up. There's our friendly aviation security. driving back towards the terminal Christchurch. Ah, man, I thought this speck on my screen was a plane coming in. Stealth FX. London Heathrow is the busiest airport in the world. Not quite. It's definitely up in the list, but it's the busiest airport in the UK. I think the busiest airport in Europe. But if I recall correctly, that title goes to Atlanta over in the States. Alright, I can see a tail of a QANTAS Boeing 737-800 on the move from the international terminal here. Good grief, Michael saw Concorde fly over school in grade 6, massive noise. That would be the sight to see. So hanging a left here, taxiing off for a runway 02 departure. In the break, I have set up my my replays from earlier in the tour for us to look at when it gets a bit quiet. Actually, we've got another jet stream behind us flying over right up here somewhere. Hang on. There it is. Let's find some details on this aircraft. New Zealand, flight 689, Wellington to Dunedin. ZKOXF, the registration, another A320-200 of Air New Zealand. All 3,000 millimeters zoom there as it heads away from us. Hopefully we see its trail again after it turns around. Heads back to Wellington as New Zealand 690. So there's our QANTAS Boeing 73 off to Brisbane. Dean land and Julia Flights land. Yeah, that one 36,000 feet. The other that we saw going the other way, 37,000 feet. Atlanta and then Dubai for the busiest titles. Thank you for that, Seki. So yeah, unfortunate about the quietness, but I'll be replaying a couple of highlights from the tour. All going well. Coming up 4 PM here in Christchurch. Sunset today is at 10 minutes to 6, so quite late compared to what we've seen in other parts of Australasia on the Australasia Live Tour. The 7-3 must be about to make a right hand and get ready for departure off of runway 02. William, watching from Phoenix, Arizona, Kiwis. Well, great to show you a little bit of home. spiritual home, or yeah, something like that. Here's our Qantas 7.3 and some nice light, but a little bit of heat haze. Thanks for tuning in, William. Pleasure to have you watching the stream. Okay, lining up on runway 02, Qantas flight QF134, 737-800 off to Brisbane. This aircraft is registered Victor Hotel, X-Ray Zulu Oscar. Imagine it'll take its time. No, it's going straight for departure. This should be a nice treat for us here. The old Qantas livery there, as you can see, making its way back across the ditch where I was just this morning. You're watching day 7 out of 8 of the Australasia Live Plane Spotting Tour here in Christchurch. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you get notified of tomorrow's live stream in Wellington Airport 5 of 6 here in Christchurch. Oh yeah, here we go. This should be a good zigzagging on its way out of Christchurch here. Quite an awkward time of day for this flight. Do you reckon they're serving lunch or dinner? No, they must be serving dinner on board. Right? Yeah, must be. Alright. That'll do us for following that plane. Right, let's have a look at this Air New Zealand ATR. Just taxiing out from the regional terminal. New Zealand 370 Mike off to Wellington. Mike Zulu Foxtrot. So this is the most recent ATR for Air New Zealand, the newest plane in their fleet, if I remember correctly. Should be a pretty nice departure here. Yeah, the broken props there, not moving. Just dropped a couple of frames there, sorry about that. Internet is relatively good over here where I'm at. Mike Zulu Foxtrot seen here departing to Wellington. ETR 72-600 of Air New Zealand. And we've got an Airbus A380 now also pushing back. Should be a nice one to watch. Alright, let's have a look at a bit of action from Sydney now. I'm about to show you a Boeing 747-400 coming right over my head as I was setting up for the evening stream on Tuesday at the Nigel Love Bridge in Sydney. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, a beautiful landing and some beautiful light there. So pushback tug just disconnecting from this 320. And I'll find you guys something else to watch from my little archives. So hopefully that replay came through pretty well. Was yeah, real awesome to watch that. Yeah, as you can see, the rudder just doing flight control checks. Left spoilers up, right spoilers up. Very nice. That overhead the field there, way up in the sky, 3,000 feet. Piper Archer from the Canterbury Aero Club. Okay, I've managed to find something. Looks like it might be alright to watch. Before we have a look at that, here's our Airbus A320 just departing up to Auckland. Saw it arrive from Auckland earlier in the stream. It'll make its way down for a runway 02 departure. And also coming out is an Air New Zealand ATR 72. Wicked. Let's have a look at this ATR now. Off to Hamilton, up in the North Island, also not too far away from where I live. Zulu Kilo, Mike Zulu Alpha is the registration here of New Zealand 5624 up to the North Island. Looking forward to this departure. Shout out to OBS Studios for crashing on me. Really appreciate that. Alright, should be fine for this A320. Looks like my microphone's not working at the moment, so let me just try and fix that before this departure. Okay, that might hopefully work. Loads of tech issues, which we love. It's alright. So, there we are. It's back and it's working. Here, New Zealand A320 off to Auckland. I think I can hear it down the end. Here it goes. Then I'll get back to the chat after this departure as we get into some exciting action. Bit of a rush hour coming up here at Christchurch. A320 to Auckland. Here we go. That my tripod just having a fit as well to add to the fun. So yeah, just the little engines on the 320 COs, IAV 2500s. Looks odd after you've been staring at a ton of Neos all week. New Zealand 558 there, off to Christchurch. Off to Auckland from Christchurch. It's the other thing on the screen. Angus, hello, welcome. EK413 returns to Sydney. 7:45. You bet I'm staying. 7:45. 5:45. You bet I'm staying for that. Right on sunset. Should be a lovely departure to watch. So yeah, no, I'm definitely staying for that. Mainly the whole reason why I'm out here, to be honest. Watching my flight depart back to Sydney. Jonathan, yeah, now I'm streaming by the courier depot. It is a real awesome spot. So yeah, the NZ Post depot's just there. Couple of Hercs from the United States Air Force there, and our two A321 Neos, OYC and OYD, parked up. Good grief. Summer is on its way here. Currently Saturday 9 PM and 28 degrees, gets up to 45 when we, and also seeing 50 in Phoenix. That is crazy. 28 degrees at 9 PM, that is gross. Rather be here in the cold than in that sort of heat. Thank you, Michael. It's a real great camera there. And I've got what have I got? Some milk chocolate from my Qantas flight the other day, or last night actually. Last night's Qantas flight chocolate, and got a couple other things in here as well. And Doug, aviation legend here. Good afternoon from Wellington. Welcome back to the side of the Tasman. Great to see you chatting with the legend Kurt last night on Sid Squad. We'll catch your streams I missed soon. Awesome. Thank you for that. Great to meet Kurt last night. There's our Piper Archer of the Canterbury Aero Club. Yeah, no, thank you for that, Doug. Can't wait to be up in Welly tomorrow morning. Sidewinder also back. G'day everyone, good seeing you pop up in Sydney last night, Harry. Hope everyone is well. Yeah, hope everyone in the chat is doing well. Yeah, good fun up in Sydney. Stayed talking to Kurt for quite a bit about the joys of live streaming. Something we can both relate to. Little Dash 8 Q300. Oh, Tracy, back and forth cleaning. Mum's coming tonight and taking her up to Turkey. We all know that I'm not great at pronouncing these stupid Aussie names of places like Proserpine, which I've finally nailed, I think. I hope. I'm sure you guys will let me know if I haven't. There we are, MZF, the ATR 72 that departed slightly earlier on. Newest in the turboprop fleet. The newest in the Air New Zealand fleet is OYD. Right, okay, yes, yeah. I thought that could be the case. I think this one is, no, this one's not OID, this is OIC. Yeah, this one's OID. All properly wrapped up with, yeah, all taped up. But OIC, not taped up. So OIC actually got engines on it. It's got the covers, as you can see. But not sure if it actually has an engine on it or not. Yeah, no, not sure. What about over here? I'd say that definitely doesn't have an engine on it. Yeah, unsure. So they're the newest plane in the fleet, all duct taped up. Here's our Dash 8 departure. Sorry, I somehow managed to forget about that and miss the rotation. That's alright, plenty more action coming up. Finally, we have another arrival about half an hour or so after the last one. It's an ATR 72-600 operating free New Zealand. Coming in from Wellington, Zulu Kilo, Mike Victor Zulu. Coming in for 02. Speaking of Ado, slightly earlier on. Welcome to New Zealand. Pleasure to have your company this afternoon. Nice there from the ATR. Temperatures are starting to drop down to 16 degrees now according to the weather widget. And a bit of wind just there. Nice. Looks like we've got another ATR just starting up as well, pinging from the regional terminal. So I'll see that one come out to play shortly. Another arrival also inbound. Looks to be an Airbus A380 it is. Oscar X-Ray Alpha. I've flown this aircraft down to Dunedin and back before. Part of my little 6 flights in one day trilogy, or whatever you want to call it. It was quite something. Flying around New Zealand for a day. Who would have thought it'd be quite exhausting? So just coming in here from Auckland as New Zealand 551. Oh. So that's 3,000 mils of zoom. Straight down the runway. It's head on with us at the moment. A couple of birds across the screen there. Shouldn't be a problem for them. Down 402 here at Christchurch on the second to last day of the Australasia Live Plane Spotting Tour. Pleasure to have your company this afternoon. Actually looks quite strange with that that light. Might just be the way I'm looking at it. Almost looks half Jetstar, half Air New Zealand. That the grey and white. Here the reverse thrust. Giving it everything. We'll take a right here, taxi to the domestic terminal at Christchurch. And there's the aforementioned ATR 72. Going to be heading off. Let's have a look. Where to? Oh, it's not on the radar, so never mind then. We'll have a look after it departs. Ali saying before ATR departure to my hometown of Invercargill. I don't think this is this one. It could be. Find out once it shows up on the tracker. Possibly the departure a bit earlier in the stream. Getting in the way as I pan around. Don't really want them to break. That would put me in a whole lot of trouble. Struggle to find any sort of replacements at 5 o'clock on a Sunday. Alright, let's have a look. Where's that one off to? Hokitika. ATR's going to Hokitika. That's mammoth. Hope it's got cold brakes, because they will be smoking hot after that. May for the next Airbus A321 Neo. Doug has got all the information. Thank you very much. pronounced Torquay. Okay, okay. Actually an English name, don't quote me on it. Roberto, welcome to this Christchurch show on a lovely evening here in the South Island of New Zealand. ATR coming in on finals, and from Nelson, Mike Victor India. Registration of this one. Let's zoom in and have a look. Bit of crosswind there, with its left wing up a bit higher than the right. Nice landing from the ATR 72-600 there of Air New Zealand. And from Nelson. Alright, looks like we've got a Piper PA28 in shortly, so it'll vacate to the right. There's our little Piper coming in. Let's follow it all the way in. Single engine plane there. LJC, the registration here. Where's... there we are. Coming in all the way from Tiana, just south of Queenstown. Quite a long flight for a little plane. Coming in for the grass runway at Christchurch. Ooh, not the smoothest landing. Now I haven't actually seen these in the background. Just noticed it coming in. Looks to be perhaps an old 727. It'll be used for firefighting training. Some sort of rear-engined plane, by the looks of things. My guess would be a 727. OYC still has its engines. Every few weeks it'll operate a quick flight or a scheduled rotation to keep the engines turning over, keep it out of long-term storage like OYA and OYD. Yeah, that's why OYD is all wrapped up, and OYC not. Figured that might be the case. So if it's got engines on it, well, why don't they use them, I wonder? Perhaps just reserves for for the international fleet. But they have to keep an aircraft on the ground in the meantime. Quite expensive to have such a new plane just sitting on the ground. Yeah. We saw that one on the stream up in Auckland. Now we've got we've got two jet streams headed our way. One looking like it's coming from Queenstown, most likely headed to Wellington, and the other one coming from Dunedin, most likely headed to Auckland. So have a little look. Yeah, that flight, it looks like a long way away on the flight tracker. It is a long way away on the flight tracker, but you can see it quite clearly. And the other one as well is a Jetstar flight to Auckland from Dunedin. So let's have a look at our Queenstown one. It's just over here. Around this way somewhere. So this is our Air New Zealand flight from Queenstown to Wellington. Won't be flying over Christchurch, but it's just making its way up towards Wellington. New Zealand 608, and then one that will be making its way towards Christchurch is the Jetstar flight from Dunedin. Jetstar flight 284, Victor Hotel, Victor Golf Juliet. The rego of this one. So I'll just check the chat as that one starts to approach us overhead. Plane's thick and fast now, absolutely, Michael. MVQ off to Hokitika that last ATR departure, and MVI on finals from Nelson. Michael, Harry, busy time ahead. Excellent stream, mate. Thank you very much. Yes, Jonathan's got the answer to that one. Stayed at Littleton before. Beautiful. Haven't actually made my way over to Littleton before. I've never really adventured around Christchurch. I would have very briefly a long time ago. Just can't get my camera pointed vertical to get this Jetstar flight over top of us. Don't really want to take it off the tripod. Oh, that looks so cool. Catch it as it heads away from us. Next in for runway 2, flight from Palmerston North. About 2 minutes out now. Let's see, can we get it just yet? Oh, just got it there. Jetstar Airways Airbus A380 tripod's not helping me right now. From Dunedin, this one. Gonna spin around now for our ATR-72 arrival, just on a final approach. Just up there, the top left of your screen. Zulu Kilo, Mike Victor Oscar, the registration of this one here. Ah yes, Ali's saying the ATR departure to Invercargill about to come out now. Phoenix has great weather for training pilots. Aldous was here last year. Our building in our 172 now flies Dash 8s for Air New Zealand. Youngest is currently building ours in Phoenix. Yes, suppose you got great weather over there. Ahmed, do you know Julia? I did meet Julia yesterday in Brisbane. Real awesome to be out there with Julia and Gavin from Julia Flights. I don't know them personally, but just from plane spotting. Yeah, Seki, the tripod says no. Doesn't like being pointed straight up. Very picky, isn't it? I think it needs to work on its attitude. Here's that ATR-72-600 with the landing lights on, coming in for runway 02 here at Christchurch on the evening of day 7 of the Australasia Live Plane Spotting Tour. Back here in lovely sunny New Zealand, a little bit chilly, but as to be expected this time of year. Nice. Coming in from Palmerston North. Alright, our ATR from Palmy just taxiing in there. Heading over to the regional gates. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, let's have a look at our next movements here at Christchurch International Airport. Got a Dash 8 going to fly overhead shortly. 23,000 feet going from Invercargill to Wellington. Be interesting to see if this one has a jet stream behind it. I have actually seen a Q300 with a jet stream before. That was last year in the middle of winter back home. Also about to come in is LJD PA28, just on base for what I assume to be the Grass 02. Okay, so next arrivals coming in at about 5:10 ATR from Rotorua, 5:20 ATR from Wellington, also 5:20 our A320 from Queenstown, which we saw depart right at the start of the stream. Getting closer to 5:30, got A320 arriving from Auckland. Oh, 5:20, 5:22, Jetstar A320 and Air New Zealand ATR, and from Auckland and Invercargill. And then we get closer to 6 p.m. Got a nice golden hour here at the moment. Oh yes, when's our how's our QANTAS 73, the Mendo Warji livery? However you pronounce it. Nobody knows how to pronounce it, so you guys can't come at me. Minduwarji, something like that. I know how to spell it off the top of my head. Pronunciation's a very different thing. Alright, here's the PA28 actually coming in for the Seal 02, not the Grass, which is slightly to the left, or the plane's left, shall I say, our right. Cool. Alright. Carwyn Davies also tuning in. Good afternoon from Christchurch. Great to have you in the chat. Emirates A380 departing 5:45 p.m. Another hour away until the flight that I arrived on earlier in the day heads out. Looking forward to this one. Pan around to the A321 Neos parked up. So I assume that the C-17 won't be going out today. I did see it. It looked like it was going to get ready to head out, but haven't seen anything as of yet. A little bit chilly. A320 of Jetstar and Air New Zealand both landing soon. Thank you, Ali. Looking forward to it. Can't see either of them just at this second. Might be looking in the wrong place. Let's have a look on the radar. Now we've got our Dash 8 up there somewhere. Doesn't look to have any jet streams behind it. Just off to the west of the field at 23,000 feet. Looking right into the sun, but no. Can't see any signs of a Q300. Another Canterbury Aero Club Piper Archer coming in from further afield very shortly. And we've got our ATR from Christchurch. Oh, that wind has just picked up here in Christchurch, coming up 5 PM. And some lovely evening light, as you can see, shining on these brand new Air New Zealand Airbus A321 Neos. Let's have a bit of a closer look at the Airbus A380, which carried me here from Sydney today. Saw it arrive from Dubai early in the morning before it turned around, brought me here. Absolutely massive aeroplane. Very comfy sitting in the A380. Lucky enough to be sitting on the top deck as a little bonus. Very much very much appreciated on such a mammoth trip. Wasn't a free upgrade. I did pay for the privilege when I booked the flight. And also a great little spot for plane spotting is the new Novotel hotel just on the east side of the airport here in Christchurch. Cowan saying Qantas, the one that is black and white. Yeah, it's still got the tail, but it looks like it's got teeth almost. That's alright. Hopefully, yeah, I think that will probably be the last movement of the stream. The arrival of that 7-3, 6 PM here in Christchurch. Then pack up, make the half an hour trek back to the domestic airport, and catch a shuttle to wherever I'm staying at tonight. Then back at it early in the morning, 6:45 I think is my flight out on a Jetstar Airways Airbus A320-200 up to Wellington. Be interesting seeing if Jetstar can pull off somewhat of a redemption after an absolute failure of a flight. Be 7 years ago since I last flew them. 8 years ago. 8? might be 8 years ago since I last flew Jetstar. It was an absolutely horrific experience. It's a redemption round for them. And then finally in the late afternoon in Air New Zealand Dash 8 back to Tauranga. Does British Airways ever land in Christchurch Airport? No, British Airways doesn't even serve New Zealand, unfortunately. The closest they come is Sydney, and I think that's the only place in this part of the world where they serve. They don't go to Melbourne or Brisbane either. Only go to Sydney, yeah. Nothing from your what do you call it? Your home airline in Christchurch, unfortunately. Would be nice. Of course, it would be nice to see something like that. United actually finished up the seasonal flights now I think about it, didn't they? Not too long ago. That's alright, because we wouldn't have seen them anyway, come and gone before I got myself organised out here. Jetstar, Airbus A380-200 now pushing back. And must be time for our ATR arrival, or an ATR departure. I think this must be the one to Ali's hometown of Invercargill. It is New Zealand 503 Mike, just making its way out to runway 02. So NZ 5503 Zulu Kilo Mike Zulu Bravo is the registration of this ATR. And ooh, actually that sun is really nice. Just a little bit of warmth when the wind dies down. I've got another ATR coming in behind us somewhere. If I can see it, I'll pan around and show you guys. Coming in from Rotorua, Mike Victor Golf. Okay, ATR time. There's that 320. Yeah, ATR time during some lovely light here in Christchurch. Off to Invercargill. Here we go. It'll hang a left and make its way south. I'm able to zoom in on the ATR coming in from Rotorua. making its way over the city. It'll drop its gears very shortly, so that'll be something interesting to watch while we wait for our Jetstar A320 to start up. Here we are, gear coming down. Fortunately unable to see too much of it as it makes the right hand turn in for base for 02. So that's 3,000 millimeters of zoom right there. Make another right hand turn very shortly. If it feels like it. Of course, it's only a suggestion. Alright, let's follow the A320 for a little bit. Got to give it some love as well. Not too many Jetstar flights in New Zealand, especially when compared to New Zealand. So Christchurch has 3 runways. Got the main 0220, which is the only runway that large aircraft like the Singapore 350 and Emirates A380 will use. Then we have the perpendicular runway. I think it might be 0523. Let's have a look. No, it's 2911, which is quite a bit of a shorter one, but is sometimes seen in use when the winds make sense. And then we got the grass 0222 0220, sorry. Too many twos and zeros. So yeah, that one is mainly used by the Aero Club planes, just off to our right. I'll have a little squiz after this ATR vacates. Oh, actually, let's just have a look now. So yeah, it'll be over here somewhere. Because we've got the Aero Club over there, and it just comes along the far side of the seal there. Jetstar A320-200 right down the end of 02 off to Melbourne. Thought that might be the case, judging by the gate it was parked at. Arrived in from must have been Auckland, now departing over to Australia. We were Melbourne, where we were on Thursday, Friday. Appreciated all the support on the Melbourne streams. Plenty of locals tuning in. Hopefully plenty of Cantabrians have found our Christchurch stream as well. There's the tripod just saying no again. As this Jetstar Airbus A380 heads across the ditch. Let's just follow it until it does its left-hand turns. Right now. Oh yeah, I'm going to zoom out because I'm going to start getting real shaky because it's quite cold, especially when you're zoomed in all of that way. Okay, Emirates A380 should be starting its boarding process soon. And then taxiing out for a runway 02 departure coming towards us. Will be quite the view. Yep, both Cathay and United doing seasonal flights. I think it got upgraded to the A350-1000 from the 900, the Cathay flight. It's a shame it's only seasonal. Also, Michael saying that we've got 150 likes just there on the chat, on the stream. Really appreciating the support, guys. Blizzy, what camera and lens do you have? Well, I have the Nikon P1000 super zoom camera. It's got a fixed lens with the equivalent zoom of a 24 to 3000 millimeter lens, and then a 4 times digital crop on that as well, taking it all the way to 12,000 mils. Haven't been using the digital zoom on the stream, so just the 3000. Oh, okay, there we are. It's a former ANZ 737-300. Just back over here. Does look like it had engines on the rear, but oh no, that's probably just the horizontal stabilizers where they would have attached. Zulu Kilo November Golf Kilo. Also somewhere there is Fairchild F227 Delta, formerly registered November 385 Bravo Alpha, both used for firefighting training. Let us pan around a little bit, try and find that metro. I think it's visible on Google Maps. Actually, it could be the other side. There's a something over there. Not too sure what a Fairchild F227 looks like, but that's most likely it parked up just behind that tree. And New Zealand 320 just pushing back. man in the chat. And the former nose of NGK was used in the Air New Zealand 75 years exhibition. That was in Te Papa, wasn't it? Out the front of Te Papa Museum in Wellington. Pose with nose. Still in Christchurch, outside NZ hangar main entrance. I think the tail's definitely out there, but I'll have a look on my walk past, and I'll let you know. I don't remember seeing it in the times that I've walked past before. But I'll keep an eye out on my way back. Noticed a lot of cheap propeller planes landing and taking off at Christchurch. In the UK, you'd hardly ever see a propeller plane. Well, I don't think the point of them is that they're cheap to buy. It's probably just a lot more to do with demand-wise and the size of the airports, to be honest. Because, for example, there must be about 5 flights a day between Tauranga and Christchurch, and that could be replaced by probably about 2 or so A320s. But of course, people would want to, choose between 5 times of the day, but as opposed to 2 times of the day, which make it better to use the ATRs or the dashes, of course. Yeah, is it? That's actually quite interesting. Smallest city to have a daily 380. I tell you what, it most certainly is not because of demand that they're bringing the A380 over here each day. It's because of Emirates' banks at Dubai. So instead of parking the plane up there, they decide to fly it over to Christchurch and park up for a couple of hours before heading back, because it's actually cheaper to do that than park at Sydney all day. So I remember seeing it back in 2022 when I was over in Sydney, before they restarted the Christchurch service. I remember seeing the A380 just sitting there all day. So it's much better to have it flying down here than to have it just sitting on the ground, making a little bit of money for Emirates. But to be honest, it was quite an empty flight when you think about the size of the plane that you're flying on. About 530 odd seats, I think, on their Emirates A380. Definitely would have been lucky to have half of them filled, especially up the top. Barely I think a sixth of the seats were full up the top. I don't think there were many in first class either, from what I heard when I was checking in. So Air New Zealand ATR 72 just arriving on runway 02 from my home in Tauranga, and one in, one out. Just gonna go and grab a power bank because I need to chuck my phone on to charge. Forgot to get a power bank out for that. Yeah. It's gone all the way down to 5%. So lucky that didn't go flat, otherwise could have been in a bit of an issue. There we are, 4%. It's charging now. So Air New Zealand Airbus A380, gonna get priority here over the ATR 72. Alright, here we go. Airbus A320-200 off to Auckland. Tripod once again not helping out, as it loves to do. And ATR on the roll just behind it. Would have thought that'd be a bit close, but I suppose it's definitely not going to catch up to the A320. Bit of wind there as it makes its way to... where's it going? Oh, get me out of the shot. Don't want to see that. To Wellington. And another one coming in. ATR 72. In from Wellington. Mike Victor X-Ray is the registration here. Oh, it's super cold. As the sun begins to set here in Christchurch on day 6 of the Australasia Live Plane Spotting Tour. Tomorrow in Wellington for the final day, so be sure to tune in then at about 8:30 New Zealand time. Very nice. Over to the regional terminal. Alright, gonna get busy very shortly here at Christchurch. Got an Air New Zealand ATR from Invercargill, just on the final approach now. Closely followed by our 320 from Queenstown, which you saw depart at the start of the stream. In behind that, Jetstar flight 237 in from Auckland, another A320, and behind that as well, in New Zealand, 555, also in from Auckland, and coming up shortly our Emirates Airbus A380 departure. As you can see on screen, the registration of this aircraft, which carried me in from Sydney this morning, is Alpha 6 Echo Victor Charlie. Still scheduled to depart at 5:45. Should it wish to be on time, the boarding process should have already begun. Starts about half an hour prior to departure. So there's the top air bridge, which I walked off of earlier, and the bit of haze coming out of the APU. Can't see anyone walking on board yet, but that's right, there's probably not a ton of people on the plane, so it shouldn't take too long to load up anyway. Got two lights shining off of the distance. There's a Air New Zealand ATR and one of the Air New Zealand 320s in from Invercargill and Queenstown respectively. So looking forward to that. Okay, ATR time, and from Invercargill, Mike Victor Juliet is the registration of this ATR, flying the hour-long flight from the bottom of the South Island here in New Zealand. Shattered Demon 300, welcome to the stream. Hello. I've been not paying attention. I've completely forgotten about the chat. Sorry. I think it's to claim Emirates' fifth freedom route. Second most affordable A380. First in business. Cheapest is Bangkok to Hong Kong. Yeah, I heard about that. You get a great deal if you go actually connecting onto another city in Australia. So I got a good deal. I got a Brisbane, Sydney, Christchurch, and you can actually get it for as low as about $600 if you go Christchurch to Sydney to Brisbane. That's the cheapest I've seen. Incredible value for money, that's for sure. So and I think the just doing the Christchurch Sydney is about $800, so you save $200 by having an extra flight, which could then actually pay for the flight back to Sydney. So yeah, basically a free business class flight. So I think it's about $1,000 for me, because I booked not too far out from departures. It only cost another $37 to add in the business class from Brisbane. Silhouette of one of the 320s coming in. I believe that's the Jetstar. And also ready to do runway inspections. In the last little bits of daylight here at Christchurch International Airport, day 6. No, is it? No, it's day 7 of the Australasia Live Plane Spotting Tour. Gotta let me off. I've been getting up super early. Haven't had a sleep in. Actually, my only sleep in has been till 6:30, and that was a treat on this journey. Another early wake up tomorrow. 6:45 a.m. flight out of here to Wellington. Michael, how are you going? Well, my friend, thank you very much. Alright, let's get this 320. Just going to be dropping it on to runway 02 here, Christchurch International Airport. Very nice. Just having the heat haze disappear makes it a wonderful spot to look down at the arrivals. Down the other end of the field. Be making a right-hand turn here off to the domestic terminal. Head on with the New Zealand Airbus A380-200. Oscar Juliet Romeo, I believe the registration of this one, from Queenstown. Do prefer the wingtip fences as opposed to the sharklets. Alright. Just behind that will be, I think, the Jetstar 320. Let's have a little look. Yep, Jetstar A320 from Auckland, followed by the New Zealand A320 from Auckland, which is turning finals just behind it. If I zoom in, they probably just about cross paths. Yeah, here we go. How cool is that? A320 from New Zealand, just banking for finals. Jetstar A320, well established on the approach. Great weather for plane spotting here in Christchurch if you're watching at home. Not so great for me filming out here in the cold, but hey, at least it looks nice for you guys. It is when you throw in that southerly. No, it's actually a northerly breeze. It's freezing northerly. Okay, here we are, our Jetstar Airbus A380-200 arrival from Auckland. Nice. I think this one also, yes, this one also has the wingtip fences. not the sharklets. Some people somehow made it up onto this mound in a car behind me. Not sure how they got up here, but up here watching me suffer. Who knows, maybe they're tuned into the live. Nice colours on the Jetstar 320 as the sun just really starts to go behind the little bit of cloud. Nice. See, unfortunately we still haven't seen that C-17 leave, which I thought might be heading out. It's alright. Maybe it just landed before I got here. That'd suck. QF137 from Sydney, estimated arrival at 6:09 here in Christchurch in their Mindawarji colour scheme. Just 37 minutes out at the moment. Says the Emirates A380 is boarding. Perfect. Nick Lamb, hello, welcome, living in Auckland. Colin lives not too far from Christchurch Airport. It's about half an hour drive from my place to the airport. Gee, that's not too bad. It's about the same for me from where I live to Tauranga Airport. You let me off for that mistake, thank you, Tony. Let's watch the final of the big rush of 320s. Just gone 5:30 here at Christchurch. Sunset's supposed to not be for another 20 odd minutes still. But it's got a bit of cloud and mountains to go before it properly sets. Let's have a look at our lovely sunset here at Christchurch on day 7 of the Australasia Live Plane Spotting Tour. Thank you guys for tuning in so far. Jonathan, it's a shame you didn't get C-17 coming in or going out. Is the C-17 still on the ground there? Yes, it is. Didn't leave when I was walking here. So it'll still be on the ground just over on the Antarctic apron. Mind you, it feels like it's in Antarctica here, so it probably didn't even have to leave. Why spend all that money going all the way down to Antarctica when you've got Antarctica right here? It says 16 degrees. I'm calling BS. That's not right. Very nice sunset starting to form. Tony, so how, when the tour ends, how often will you be streaming and where from? Well, I'm going to, when I get home, I think I might be able to apply for monetization tomorrow, but I doubt I'll receive it in time for the last show. So I'll be sure to start heading up to Auckland, and hopefully the trips will pay for itself. Otherwise, it could prove a bit difficult to do that often. But hey, I'll be trying to do plane spotting at Tauranga when things are interesting, and heading to airports around New Zealand like Auckland as often as I can. Have to see how it all pans out. I'll keep you guys updated in the community channel, and also on my Instagram at Nonny Aviation New Zealand 1. There on Instagram, link is in the description. Check us a follow and see a couple of behind the scenes things coming your way from the tour, as I'll post all about my flights, plenty of footage and stuff still to come. And yeah, then I'll keep you guys updated with what I'm doing streaming wise. Airbridge still attached to the Emirates Airbus A380-800, heading back across the ditch in the dark to Sydney, and then onwards to Dubai at about midnight New Zealand time. I think it's meant to depart. XX Ghost XX, hello. Binul, hello, welcome. 16 degrees isn't cold in Australia and New Zealand, but if the wind is out or it's icy wind, trust me, 16 degrees is cold in our part of the world. Don't think I cope with the UK summer. No, we get quite a bit of a different heat over here. Like, it'll burn you at anything much above 20, 21, 22 degrees. You'll start getting burnt from the sun. So you think it's about the same for the cold as well. Cold is cold. Nice bit of orange just around the field. And the runway lights are on, so the Emirates A380 will be departing slightly after dark from the looks of things, but should be still in plenty of light for you to see on my camera very clearly. Jonathan saying the C-17 came back from the ice early yesterday morning. Alright. So I didn't just miss its arrival. So yeah, wonder what it was doing with the doors open, the generators on, and everything else. Looked all ready to go, and I was actually quite worried it was going to depart before I got out here and set up. Oh, that looks like a lovely moonshot in the background. Let's spin around, I'll show you this. Oh, I'm just going to come around the other side to show you that. 3,000 mils is a bit much for the moon, so going to stop there at about, I don't know, what's that, 2,000 odd. Very chilly evening in Christchurch right now. Right, background here, check out the chat. Carlin saving I fly on an Air New Zealand ATR from Christchurch to Queenstown 7th of October, back on the 11th. Second time on an ATR. Yeah, I didn't actually fly on an ATR for my first time until not too long ago. So yeah, that'll be a great trip. Sounds awesome. I can see what's could be the jet stream of an Air New Zealand Airbus A380-200. A very long way away, flying New Zealand 690. Saw the jet stream heading down, and it's got a nice jet stream on the way back as well. Sounds Air PC12 from Blenheim, 16 minutes out. Thank you. Looking forward to that one as well. Whew. Lovely sunset here. Just gonna go and take a photo of it with all the gear as well. Oh yeah, that's cool. I'll be posting that on the Instagram a bit later. So the moon is just rising out of shot. Spin around. We'll have another quick look at the really nice looking sunset here in Christchurch. My camera doesn't do it justice, unfortunately. And have another look at our Emirates Airbus. Just there. Oh yes. Here we go. It's finally time for the Emirates Airbus A380 to begin its pushback. Gee, I tell you what, the safety video that they play is so long. They do the Arabic version first and then the English one afterwards, and it's a really long safety video, and they've got to play it twice, in one in both the languages. Oh no, that's not it. That's the old Jetstream. It's just starting to form a newer one up here. It does look nice. Great way to finish the day off. And I lost it. Sorry. Quite hard when you're quite cold. Trying to keep the camera as still as you can. Extended all the way out to 3,000 millimeters. So it's about to be pushback time for the A380, scheduled to depart in 2 minutes time. Ooh, there's our PC12 on its way in. Great looking sunset there, as you can see, moon up the top. At least it looks like a cold evening as well. Okay, beacons on the Emirates Airbus A380 800 off to Sydney and onwards to Dubai. The aircraft I flew in on here earlier in the day. Looking forward to sharing this movement with you all. And then we'll be finishing up on the QANTAS Boeing 737-800 arrival in the Mendo livery. A real good treat to finish day 7 of the Australasia Live Tour. There we are, Emirates Airbus A380 on the move. And Pilatus PC12 also on its way in. I'm just going to bump the ISO up real quickly up to about 800, just to give you guys a better picture. And then I'm going to have another look at this A320 that we have flying from Dunedin. A couple of dust spots on the lens as well. Do apologise for that. I'll get those tidied up before this departure. Oh, look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Dunedin to Wellington, Air New Zealand. Airbus A320 200. Spitting out a bit of a jet stream behind it as it flies over. Trying to minimize the shivering here. What an awesome sight there. So, the massive A380 tail sticking up over the buildings. And the Novotel there. Great place to watch the pushback. Such a huge aircraft. Yep, it is on the radar. So that aircraft that was flying over New Zealand 690, Dunedin to Wellington, Zulu Kilo, Oscar X-Ray Foxtrot. Got an Air New Zealand ATR 72 out for departure from runway 02. This aircraft it doesn't have a destination on flight radar, but its call sign is New Zealand 376 Mike. Their night vision goggles are on. Off to Palmerston North is this ATR 72. Mike Victor Quebec, the registration. Here we go. Lovely blue hour departure. Just get a silhouette flying past. There we are. Okay. Gonna have to. I'm sure someone in the chat's put a status update on the QANTAS. Haven't been checking the chat too much as of recently. That's right. I'll have a check up now. Give it another month or so, it'll really feel like the ice with the freezing southerly. Yeah, well, got a northerly now, and it feels very cold. But that's alright. Emirates A380 uses the second door to board. Yeah, they do on the tops. They do on the top floor. I'm not too sure about down the bottom. Probably the same on the bottom as well. You turn left if you go into premium economy. I know, it's real close. I can zoom even further up on the moon as well. That doesn't really fit in frame and can get a bit shaky if I do that. So keep it to what it was. Haven't seen anything yet. But keeping an eye out. Yeah. Plenty of people coming out to watch the Emirates Airbus A380-800 departure. Of course, the aircraft which carried me here earlier today from a slightly warmer Sydney. And it's taxiing out at the moment, as we have in Air New Zealand. What's that? ATR 72. Alright. So definitely the airport for ATRs, Christchurch. Well, I think Auckland gets more. And Wellington, of course, being the Dash 8 hub. Well, not really, but it gets most of the Dash 8s. Absolutely freezing out here. Let's pan around and get the Emirates Airbus A380-800 here taxiing out for Dubai via Sydney. And the last glimpses of light shining onto the aircraft there. The 4 Rolls-Royce Trent, what is it? Are they 800s or 700s? Or 9? No, they might be 900s. Hang on. Quick Google will tell me that. A380 engines. The Trent 900s or GP7 2000s. Yeah. As it makes its way. Oh, look at that size comparison there. The ATR and the Airbus A380. Let me just fix the focus a little bit. Continuing its taxi right down to the end of runway 02 here at Christchurch. Very exciting. Waiting for this aircraft to depart all day since I arrived. Highlight of the show. Emirates 413. Taxiing at about 16 knots ground speed. Looking forward to packing up. Oh, okay, Qantas is due in a bit later now. Still 20 minutes. Let me have a look. Oh, it's there. It's not too far. I'll be keeping an eye on it. See where it's at after the departure of EK 413. Airbus A380 800. Alpha 6 Echo Victor Charlie, the registration of this aircraft, which carried me here to Christchurch earlier today on a lovely flight from Sydney. Always drawing the crowds here in Christchurch. A couple of cars parked around the end of the runways. I'm sure there's plenty more down that end as well. People out on foot, out on lime scooters, driving here in the car. Probably the better option considering how cold it is. As it slows down to make the right hand turn. Just there, starting to hold short of runway 2. Just gonna bump that up, make sure we get the best for viewing the Airbus A380 departure. Helsinki spotting. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. All the way in New Zealand. Great to have you back. And aviation fan also back. Perfect timing. Max also picked a great time to tune into the stream. Pleasure to have you here. Air New Zealand ATR must be getting the priority for its departure. We will pan around to it. It's so cold. Okay. Time for the ATR 72-600 departure off to Napier. Mike Victor Papa, the registration of this ATR. New Zealand 776 Mike. Is the A380 on the move yet? No, doesn't look like it. Doesn't seem to be any arrivals that'll be here before the departure of the King off to Australia. Just gone 6 PM here in Christchurch. Looks like it's just turned the landing lights on, or at least the wing lights. There's an aircraft well off in the distance, but the Emirates A380 is going to get out before it. What's that off in the distance? That is an Air New Zealand ATR coming in from Napier, and that'll be followed by our QANTAS 73 in the Mendo livery, which I'm really looking forward to seeing. But here we go. The Emirates A380 800. Emirates flight 413 Alpha 6 Echo Victor Charlie, the registration. Here we go. Highlight of the stream. And it's rolling. departing into the night sky back towards Sydney, the aircraft that carried me here today. Absolute monster, look at that. That is incredible. If I zoom all the way out, still just see it in the night sky. And we'll capture it as it makes its left bank towards Australia, and then heading back to Dubai. Let's have a look at this. Emirates 413, everybody. That light off in the distance is the QANTAS 737 in the Mendo livery. Heavily delayed service from Sydney is this QF137 Victor Hotel X-Ray Juliet X-Ray Zulu Juliet. Yeah. Oh man, look at that. Hang on. Let's pan back. Look at that. Just this massive speck in the sky. Couldn't even call it a speck. PC12. And the QANTAS 73 to finish off tonight's stream. Been a pleasure having you all here this afternoon, enjoying a little bit of plane spotting here. Oh, that can almost go down again. Just make it a little bit less grainy for you guys. Trying to get the best picture. We'll get a pretty decent view as it will hang a right here, taxi into the international gates. Going nice and long here. Won't make it the whole way, unfortunately, but a real treat here in Christchurch on Sunday night. Coming up 10 past 6 here today. Have a look at that livery there. A real strange one. but awesome to have it on an international 7.3. Okay, so watch it taxi in, and then finish up the stream. Not sure where to finish up the stream looking though. Whether we finish it up with a nice sunset and the windsock, or we finish it up with a moonshot, or we finish it up with a shot looking towards the international gates with our recent arrival from Australia. The QANTAS 737. Alright. XZJ there, everyone. Welcome to Christchurch. Okay, let's finish it up with a lovely windsock sunset image to finish off what's been a wonderful stream here this afternoon in Christchurch. Quite a long one, about 6 hours or so. It's been a pleasure having everyone here. Loving the support on the Australasia Live Plane Spotting Tour. Watching day 7. Tune in tomorrow as we're in Wellington from about 7:30, starting the stream at about 8:30. And yeah, one quick look in the chat. Tony, safe journey. Thank you guys. Thank you. It's been a pleasure bringing you guys so much plane spotting. Kind of miss this when you go home. Yeah, it's wish I could do it all the time, but no, I do need some rest after such a crazy trip. Okay, thank you guys for tuning out. Until tomorrow. See you then.